Habits of a winner. I want to talk to you guys about how to become what's called a 1% man. Because the guys at the 1%, the top echelon, the life they're living is way different than those who aren't in the 1%. I want to give you guys the habits that will get you there, because if you don't build these habits, you'll never even be able to approach that level. You'll never really reach or fulfill your potential. And because of that, failure and regret will accompany you throughout the remainder of your days. If you're a guy who hasn't fulfilled his potential, what kind of woman you think you're gonna end up with? You think you're gonna get the hottest ones? No, you're gonna get an average one, because now you average. And you're gonna have some average ass looking kids living in an average home, average income. And I guess that's fine within itself, right? You can still be a good person, but that's not what victory talk is about. One day your kids will be older and you're gonna tell these motherfuckers, these average ass motherfuckers, listen, you can be whatever you want. DeMarcus, you can be whatever you want. Latrell, you can be whatever you want too. And they're gonna look at you like, Dad, what the fuck happened to you? We can be whatever we want. Is this what you wanted to be? A middle class ass motherfucker? You wanted to be clipping coupons? This was your goal? This was your ambition? And then one of two things are gonna happen. They're either gonna look at you like you a bitch, or they're not gonna believe when you say they can be whatever they want. What are you gonna tell them at that point? You're gonna have to say, oh yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted to sweep the floors and shit. I wanted to be in middle management and work in this cubicle. You gonna tell them that? You gonna lie to the boy? Or you probably just make up some excuse like everyone else. Oh man, I tried to. You gotta understand, it was this and that. It was the blacks, the whites, the immigrants, the 1%, the Republicans, the Democrats. You'll make up some fucking flimsy excuse as to why you couldn't be everything you wanted to be, like a bitch. But I don't want that for you. And that's why I want you to get these habits. There's 5 of them that I think are the most important, so you can raise above mediocrity, so you can actually stand out and fulfill your potential and set an example of greatness for your kids to actually live up to. So they look at you like you're the fucking man. Your wife or the woman you settle down with, she looks at you like, God damn it, lucky to have him. I hope you accomplish that, because I need to make sure that bitch ain't looking at me. No more fucking bitches. God damn. I got one. Ho, stop it. Cut it out. I need y'all to succeed so y'all can get some of these hoes. No más chicas, por favor. And this is how you're gonna do it. To become a 1% man, I think there are things that need to be accomplished. One, obviously, you gotta have money. Disposable income, for real. You cannot be a broke motherfucker and call yourself a 1% man. You gotta be doing well financially. Financial freedom. But I think you also have to have a certain amount of status. People have to respect you. Your name gotta ring bells in these streets. We're gonna talk about what this means going forward. You also have to max out your appearance. How do you present yourself? And then you also have to have a strong network. I believe that these are the things that will make you a 1% man. Money, status, appearance, network. Think about it. Think about the guys you know who are at like the top, like the guys you look up to, your fucking heroes and shit. Do they dress and look like fucking bums? Probably not. Do they got some money? Yeah, they probably got some cash. Why are you looking up to broke motherfuckers? Do they have status? Yeah, that's how you know them. Do they have a network? Yeah, they probably hang out with the other motherfuckers that you admire. So how do we get there? What is 5 habits? Number 1, you have to be a lifetime learner. You have to keep getting better every day. Skill acquisition, more knowledge. And the reason you have to do that is because it's going to help you in all of these things. For example, it's going to help you with the money, because the more you learn, the more you earn. That's a fact.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
But also, it's going to help build your network. Because a lot of times people will try to network. How do I make connections? How to get around people? Be valuable to motherfuckers, right? And if you know some shit, or if you're good at something, then you'll be valuable to other people. For example, I know Nima because he's a dope ass videographer and editor. And also he learned how to run Instagram ads to promote his business. I saw an Instagram ad of his and I was like, yo, this motherfucker is good. And he was in Miami. He was smart. He knew how to target people who needed video work in Miami. He learned that skill. I saw it, and his ad demonstrated that he had a skill set that I needed. Now we work together. Pay him a bunch of money, man. Bro, just got a raise. Same with Harry, the other editor in London. He showed me that he was good at what he did, and now we work together. All my friends in my network, we're all useful to each other. And that comes from learning. But that also, if you're really good at something, like world class, that's gonna raise your status. So it's very important that you maintain a lifetime of learning, study every day. Like even when I was broke, I read for at least an hour, 90 minutes every day. And a lot of times that would just be on the train, riding around New York from job to job. Every time you see me, shit, man, I always have earbuds in. I have 5 sets of AirPods. When I'm moving around or going anywhere, I'm throwing on audiobooks. I fucking run through those shits. While I'm moving around, when I'm working out, people think I'm listening to music. They're probably thinking, oh, he's listening to Lil Baby or something. Nope. Brian Tracy. They listen to Lil Baby. I'm listening to Brian Tracy. You know what I'm saying? Lil Tracy. I'm listening to audiobooks 24 hours and or podcasts, anything. I'm just always trying to learn, because the more you learn, the more you earn. Then we get to the second one. Number 2, I really think you gotta max out your appearance. And it's not just like vanity, trying to look as sexy as possible. I don't necessarily mean that. You want to look as respectable as possible, because for better or for worse, people judge people by their looks. You can't get around that. So you got to max out your appearance. You want to be getting the best shape you can be in. You don't have to look like me, of course. Set obtainable goals. Don't set yourself up for failure. But you want to look the best you can look. You can't be sitting around all fat. I see some guys, man, and they say, oh, I want to be successful. Motherfucker look like he just left a fashion seminar conducted by the Unabomber. Motherfucker look like trash. How is you dressed like this? Hygiene is all fucked up. Pimples and shit. Pimples is a sign of poverty. Because rich niggas can go to a dermatologist, go to a doctor, you dummy. Skin is an organ. If something's wrong with your heart, you go to a cardiologist. If something's wrong with your skin, go to a dermatologist, dummy. You got pimples because you poor. Take pride in your appearance. Take pride in the way you dress. Like, the more fit you are, guess what? That's a status symbol. When I first got in shape, people started treating me different. Of course, like, women liked it more, but pause. The guys are the ones that really treated me different, because they knew what it took to get that. They know that takes hard work and dedication. So it's a status symbol. When you see a guy who's in great shape, subconsciously you treat him different, because I see it happen. I see it happen to me. I see it happen to my other friends who are in shape. It's a status symbol. Studies show that more attractive people make more money. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's just the way it is. Humans have a different bias. It's called the halo effect. So again, you don't have to look like me, but you want to be as attractive as you can be. And then if you're presenting yourself well, you're dressed well, you're well put together, you're in good shape, your hygiene is on point. You ain't got to be a pretty boy. I ain't telling you to be sexy. I'm telling you, you need to be presentable and you need to look respectable at all times. Somebody just said ketos help my skin. I'm 40 and I am flawless. I'm not telling you to be a fucking pretty boy, motherfucker. You still want to look like you can whip some ass if you have to. Really, take pride in yourself. I just bought 8 custom suits. Why? Because I can't buy suits off the rack, man. Because they make that for y'all, regular people. I'm over here looking like an Avenger. I'm over here looking like Luke Cage. They don't make suits for that. There's not enough of us shaped like this, so I got to get them made for me. It's gonna help you with your appearance. It's gonna be easier to network and make more money. Here's where it starts getting more different. You gotta work hard. Now, every time I say this, some broke boy gets in the comments and say, you gotta work smarter, not harder. Listen, you broke. You need to work hard right now, because you ain't smart. If you was smart, you wouldn't be broke. Niggas can't work smarter. That's why they broke. You gotta work harder. But even when you are working smarter, you don't work less hard. You go all out each day. There was a popular book called The Secret in the early 2000s. It's popular now, whatever. And if you watch the movie, the chick said that she read a book that opened her eyes, and that's what The Secret was based on. She just made a more updated version of it. The book she was talking about was a book called The Science of Getting Rich by a man named Wallace D. Wattles. And I read that book countless times before The Secret came out. Over and over in that book, Wallace wrote in all caps, multiple times per chapter, do all that can be done each day. I want to repeat that. Do all that can be done each day. Now, conveniently, that was left out of The Secret because it's not marketable. They rather you to believe you can just think some shit and shit just happens like you a fucking X-Man or some shit. In my experience, it doesn't work like that. Wallace said, do all that can be done each day. That's not even work hard. That's not hustle. That's work at capacity. All that can be done. Sometimes it's each day. Because, like, how can you lose if you do that? I've never seen somebody go all out and lose. I don't think you can. Like, really all out and lose. I don't think most of y'all have ever done it. Because if you had done it, you probably have the shit that you want by now. If you went all out 100%, think about any goal that you wanted to accomplish, but you didn't accomplish? Did you really go all out like 100%? I bet you if somebody like kidnapped a family member of yours and said, yo, this motherfucker's gonna die this time next year if you don't accomplish that goal, you'd be able to do it. So why don't you do it? You gotta go all out. You gotta build that work ethic. So when I first started, let's say on YouTube, and I started my online shit, YouTube and online businesses and everything, my first online fitness business, ClickFunnels and all that other shit didn't exist. I was coding the website with HTML. I was writing all the copy. I was filming all the videos. I was editing all the videos. I was doing everything because people saw me building momentum and they wanted to get on that train. And then I was able to start assigning different jobs to people. So right now, man, Nima's working the cameras and shit. I don't even know how to use this stuff. And Nima and Harry are doing all the editing. And I got other people making the websites and writing the copy and sending the emails and doing all the other stuff. But I'm not working less hard. I'm still up at 4:35 every day. I'm still doing all I can do. And now I just have leverage, but that doesn't mean I should work less, take my foot off the gas like a punk. No, it just means I have leverage so we can do more. The unit can do more. The team can do more, but you still gotta work hard. Even when you're working smarter, you don't stop working hard. But how do you work hard? You gotta manage your time. Bruce Lee said, if you love life, don't waste time, because time is what life is made of. What does that mean? It means that I manage every day. I go in every day with a plan. I know exactly what I'm doing. So if you look at my calendar, you can see that I got every day planned out. I don't leave a whole lot of white space on it. So let's look at a random day. Boom, I had all types of shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I had every hour of every day planned out. Every hour of every day is accounted for. And sometimes things don't go exactly to plan, but I move things around. If you want to know how to actually plan your day out and make your schedule out so you really succeed, join the Victory Unit. There's a free course in there called High Value Alpha Baller where I go into more detail. If you don't manage time, man, then you're never going to succeed, because time's the one thing you can't get back, man. You can spend money, you can waste money, you can lose money, you can go broke. You can always make more money, but once that time is gone, it's gone forever. So you got to manage it. And the better you manage it, the more victory you can get out of each day. I can look at someone's calendar and I can tell you their fucking future. I know exactly how much time I'm gonna spend with my son every week. I know how much time I'm gonna spend with my girl. I know when I'm gonna be working on certain things. That the time is what? Allocated. I'm not leaving that shit to chance. It's all mapped out in my calendar. I know when my free time is gonna be, but you gotta relax some so your brain can recharge. It's a critical step. And when I see people say, man, I'm trying to do this, but I can't do it, first thing I'm gonna say to you is, well, let me see your calendar. And if it's blank, I'm like, oh, the fuck? You don't have a plan, dummy. You might have a weird plan, but you don't have a plan for each day, for each month, for each fucking week. I know when I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and when I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not out here doing this shit willy-nilly, hoping the shit works out. Nah, I got this shit planned. And that's why, if you've been watching me over the last 10 years on YouTube, it's been a consistent uptrend of victorious success. That brings us to number 5. You have to learn how to delay gratification. So think about the first baller ever. You know what he did? Instead of eating the fucking seeds, he planted them motherfuckers. And once he did that shit, then they can start building cities. They can stop being nomads. Oh, we can actually settle down in one spot and we don't have to move every few fucking days or hours. We are their descendants. They delayed the gratification. There's gonna be times when you're gonna wanna play video games, jerk off, or have fun, or go out. But what if you can focus on what you're trying to accomplish? Because instant gratification is really tempting, because it sparks what? Dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain, and it's similar to a lot of drugs. In fact, a lot of drugs work on your dopamine system. And video games and fun, instant gratification can be just that. But if you can put that aside and stop chasing dopamine and say, you know what, instead of doing what's fun right now, I'm going to do what's going to get me closer to my goals. Because majority of the time, the things that are good for you now are bad for you later, and the things that you don't enjoy now are good for you later. I don't eat cake, candy and shit, but I understand that they're delicious when you have them right now. What happens if you keep doing that over an extended amount of time? You're gonna be fat. The nutritious food is not the best tasting. Typically, I don't like working out. A lot of people think I like working out. They look at me and they're like, oh, he must love it. I hate this shit. I trained some NFL players, had them motherfuckers throwing up. You wouldn't like it if you worked out with me. It's awful. That's why I look like me and you look like you. What I'm saying is I'd rather be doing something else. When the alarm went off today at 4:30, man, yeah, I wanted to stay in bed with my girlfriend. You seen this motherfucker? Of course I ain't want to leave. But I got to chase victory, baby. Now, here's the thing. If you do these things, you'll make more money. You'll improve your status, your network, and your appearance. If you have all 4 of these in order, you'll be like a 1% man. Each one of these improves the other. The more money you make, of course, that's going to improve your status. You'll be able to afford the best food, the best nutrition, the best health clubs, the best clothes. If I didn't have some money, I couldn't have bought 8 custom suits the other day. You'll be able to network better. It'll improve that. But if you improve your status, of course, it'll be easier to make money, more opportunities. Obviously, people will want to know you because of your status. And then it'll be easier to improve your appearance because status is like people will just look at you different. Then if your appearance is improved, statistically, people who look better make more money. More people want to be friends with them. It's called the halo effect, and just it increases your status. And then you got your network. Of course, man, you're going to look better because you're kicking it with the ballers, you riding with the winners. I've made a lot of money from like people who I work with, who I've been able to meet over the years. And it improves my status because some of these guys are real ballers. It's cyclical. It all works together. Each one improves the other. So you got to focus on all, and those are the 5 ways to do that. Make sure you join the free Discord. It's really going to help you. This is how you're going to rise above mediocrity and actually stand out, because that's what we're doing here. That's what this is about. This is about not being like everyone. This is about actually fulfilling your potential, and this is what it's going to take.